I am Father Xavier Pinto. It's the 57th year of my religious profession, and I've just completed 50 glorious years sharing the priesthood of Christ. One of the things I feel is the blessing of energy. It can't come from anywhere else. God gives you the energy, one. He gives you the vision to work, to look forward. But that vision cannot come unless I look at the vision of the Church and the vision of the Vatican for seafarers. Every year, 11, 12 years, I went there. So we are hammered in with what the vision of the Church should be. I cannot do without reading the social encyclicals of the popes. So I've read through all of them, especially the book that Father Desmond has written. And whenever there's need to make a comment. So in my Golden Jubilee book, which I have written and published, I have put in social justice encyclicals of the latest our Pope Francis, working through lessons, comments and readings for groups. So that I would like that legacy to carry on as much as we can. One of the blessings I have and feel I had is the superiors of communities and the vice provincials encouraging us in the choice of the languages we would like to preach in. So while I spoke Konkani at home to my mother as mother tongue, I didn't know to preach Konkani. But right through my seminary formation for 5 years, every year during the time of just before our holidays, I was sent to Goa to study Konkani and the preaching language. So we had a Jesuit father I got attached to in Bicholi. Similarly, since I knew Marathi and I had my second language as Marathi and third language as Hindi, when I went to Chembur especially, I was blessed to use these languages in the celebration of Mass. So already equipped with Konkani, Hindi and Marathi, I said to myself, what else? And I used to travel to the Punjab for various kinds of retreats and works. So I picked up a book which has the Urdu Mass, and I was able to say Mass in Urdu. Pronunciations is no problem, only a few words are different. So you can manage that. So I'm very happy and proud that all this is because the congregation encourages you, but you also have to do your own part and you have to say, yes, I shall do it. You can't just sit tight with just what you know from home or from your school. So being blessed with languages, I'm able to celebrate Mass whenever the need is and be glad that I can reach different kinds of people, especially in the poverty-ridden areas of Maharashtra in Marathi and the very poor migrant workers in Hindi. See, nothing comes without relationship. I have a philosophy I work with, 3 stages. First stage, relationship. Second, the word philosophy used as the thinking of why you do what you do. The third thing is the work. It falls into place. So I found that if we are related to each other in that kind of camaraderie, understanding of what the vision of the congregation is, understanding our option for the poor, and that's where I want to comment on 1975. We had a provincial, sorry to say, I won't mention his name, who stood up at the general chapter, Indian provincial, and said, in India, there's nothing like the option for the poor. Okay. Somebody said, that is absolutely the most atrocious statement he could have made, but he is my provincial. He stood up there. As a result of his saying that, there was a shutdown on the Justice and Peace Commissions in 2 or 3 countries, including us. We take it because obedience is there, but the work didn't stop. It didn't stop us from doing anything. It didn't stop us from going to the poor and doing whatever we could for domestic workers, fisheries. As I said, from 1975, I was involved in fishery. That was the year when all this kind of stuff happened. But relationship. I find one lacuna in the way younger members are doing their work, which is a phenomena of young people internationally and in all categories of society. People like me are old. We are a gone generation. What I do, says the young man, is the thing. So, for example, if there's a seminar, if there's a meeting on migrant workers and all, ex-Pinto doesn't get called any longer. Although I've been with the Vatican's International Commission for Migration and Movement of People from 1990. But I take it in my stride. So, in that point, I say there's no relationship. But if there was a relationship, then we could also be thinking more in terms of what is the hope. And as a result of this document, if people are hearing what I'm saying and they say, oh, let's call him, then I'll have to give it a new thought. Okay. So, the hope, I think, is the young people. What I say is, do best what you think is best. But don't forget, a vision is needed, your energy is needed, and the last product where you want to arrive, that is needed. So that's the hope for the future.